Lancang Dam. Surely not everybody's favorite map, but it is one of mine actually, because on this map I have my first ever Battlefield 4 match, and I absolutely love that. I didn't care about the game being broken as hell. I just had a blast. And this was the map who gave this experience to me. And I just want to show you today how you can be a good tanker, how you can use the tank most effective way on a map like Lancang Dam. Now, when you look at the map, you see that if you slide it, or if you cut through the middle, through C and through the dam, you see that it is actually very balanced. So you have Alpha and Echo, the first home bases. Both are surrounded by two houses, and where the infantry can hide in. And the second home bases, Bravo and Delta, consist of rather high buildings. The Delta is higher, and also the bigger flag, but also very fair. And so let's start off with the first home base from the Chinese side, Echo. Now you see me approaching it, and the thing about Echo is, as I already told you about, there are two houses, and as you can see, I am being shot at from the house with an RPG. And that's the biggest problem you have here. So what do? You kind of retreat, see if you can get an angle on the guy shooting at you, and smart players change positions after every shot, so that you will have to re-aim at another. Well, you have to first find him, of course, and that's the problem about Echo. So just don't attack it alone, unless you're sure that there's only one, or you have infantry with you, or another tank who is kind enough of rush it. And here, see what happens. If an LOE just goes kind of alone into it, he just gets completely wrecked. Now we have support of two tanks, some infantry players, so this map is basically ours. And I spotted one here, but I couldn't figure out where he went in the end, so I get the points to cap the objective, and this is about it. And you can see there is a very good view on Charlie. Now, of course, you can't capture Charlie since you can't drive on water, but what you can do is take out the boat. The boat is not really important on this map, because this map is very open and it has jets, and so the boat is pretty much fucked every time. And when you have a Savage equipped, it's an easy game. Anyways, you can snipe people very well out of Echo, at least on the Echo side of Charlie, but that can help your team trying to capture it. And so that's all about Echo, so there's not much to say. Let's move on to the lane between Delta and Echo. So this is a very interesting lane. So taken that the enemy has captured Delta and you have to approach it, you can see that there is a tank, or most of the enemy tanks, the Russian tanks, are coming from this lane behind Bravo. And here you see my mate getting completely wrecked. And how do you approach those tanks? Well, do it like I do. Go forward, take a shot, and go back. Now you see approaching buggy, but that's not a problem, of course. And you just shoot and go back. Now this is a very difficult situation, because you don't always see them, but if you're playing on normal mode, you can see the 3D spotting, and that helps a lot quite often. So here's the tank again, take a shot, but he plays very well. He goes for the cover. He's just like aiming. He was just a bit too brave here, and as I get in trouble of getting back of javelins. But let's go for Delta. Delta itself is probably not a point you should capture as well, but it's a very good spot to hide off jets and lock on weapons like the javelin. So, and here's an example why I don't like approaching Delta in a tank, LOE or whatever. just a vehicle. You see the LB was already damaged. I don't have any problems taking him out. And the lane I'm looking at right now, it's what I call the second lane. It's the lane above the main road, and there may be tanks approaching from Bravo, but that's what I would do in certain situations. But what I do now is go back to the main road, and what I spot here is a tank, and that's where the tank always will come from, or like most of the time. I try to snipe him over that little hill there, but it's very difficult, so just go for the safe shots. And you see that he is not noticing me at all, so I do not have to get in cover. I can just try to shoot him. Now he was retreating, probably repairing, and I failed to take a shot. Like, shots at that distance are very difficult to take, so don't worry if you miss it. Then I hear or feel a jet approaching me, attacking me, so what should I do in that position? Well, I was lucky. I noticed him early enough so I could pop out my APS and block most of his shots. An attack shot can you take down if you see, okay, he's coming, just drive to him so that he has to dive into you and probably will crash into the ground. So just don't make it easy for him. And here he's going to take another one. But I am ready for that. Take my throw out and get him. Now I'm very lucky. I don't get crushed by the wreck, and I don't get diced, and my tank is disabled, but I am able to repair it. So that's the best outcome of this situation. But you're not always that lucky, okay? So just be cautious of jets. They can do a lot more damage than you think. So now I'm on the upper lane, and you see me there that I don't know what those guys were thinking, but they're just approaching me with the buggy, and it was a full buggy. So I say thank you for 3 kills, even with almost 4. And the upper road is kind of special, but since not a lot of tank battles will take place there, and if they do, it's the same game as it is on the main road. I'm not going to talk about that a lot. I'm not going to show footage because I almost have none of that, and that's just because, as I told you, most of the tank battle action takes place between Delta and Bravo, mostly on the main road or from objective to objective. And as you can see here, there's another tank battle between Bravo Delta on the main road. So the same scheme. Okay, and what do we have here? Problems with the building Delta. People are throwing me. I have to pick the hats. So the good thing about people S-throwing you, even if that sounds weird, is that they have to remain standing to ensure a safe shot. Or if they are sure that you are not moving, they just like pop out and shoot and go back. But most of the people don't do that, and so you can see where the shot is coming from. Just go for the headshot. Well, you can't do other anyways, since most of the time hiding. And here, okay, this is what I call kind of a smart play. I am down on 28. One shot can kill or at least disable me. What should I do? Just don't let the tank get a shot on you. So I'm kind of retreating, kind of hiding, and here I fail a shot, who I should have hit. To be honest, but that doesn't count if you hit it afterwards, right? So I survived. I didn't even need to repair. I got recovered up to 50, and I took down helicopter and survived the tank. Of course, it was not able to do that without my teammates, so thanks to them. And let's change sides. Let's go for Alpha this time, from the Russian side. Now Alpha is kind of the same story as Echo, but this time we have a tank on Alpha, and I'm kind of alone, but there's my other tank on the right side. Now I don't know what he's doing. He probably tries to aim on the tank, but as you can see, he doesn't have an angle on it because the building is in the way, and I'm also locked on by javelins from the hills behind Alpha. That's problem most of the time. And then also he has a repairman and I don't, so I have to play kind of cautious. And here's what the thing about the air vehicles on this map. They can also help you, of course. So I disable him and the helicopter goes for the kill. And Alpha is safe so much. And what can you do now? You can try to capture it, support your teammates. Just the thing about helping staying on the burn is that the faster you neutralize it, the faster no enemies can spawn anymore. And of course you get extra points. And that's what you want, right? So same thing about Alpha. You have a good angle on Charlie. You can pick some heads there. Or even an LAV if it happens to have one. So you see snipers laying there, camping or tactical waiting. And the good thing about fighting LAVs is most of the hits you get are mobility hits, so they can't move and it is an easy target. Anyways, so fair for Alpha and Echo, both have good angle on Charlie. So I don't approach Bravo or Delta over the main road. I mostly do that over the hills because I have just a better view. I see people on the roof, even though I somehow don't hit them really good, and I see a lot of people inside Bravo. And here's the thing about Sabachel, almost no splash damage, completely useless against infantry, as long as you don't shoot them right into the body. And you can pick really a lot of infantry players if you're coming from the hills, looking inside the building of Bravo. That's something you can't really do with Delta. So Bravo is sort of easier to take, it's easier to take out the infantry around it. Just one thing you should not do is, you see the tank, my elder tank, being in there, and he has got some trouble now, because I don't see everybody, and he doesn't either, so he gets into some trouble, probably getting shot by RPGs, and you see he has a mobility hit, he can't move, has his APS down, but he still gets shot, so that's why you don't enter it. You're just too slow with your main cannon to rotate. If you have a gunner, you can easily do that. You have proximity scan, you have just one who is faster at aiming, as you see he's really low and still approaching. That's kind of dumb, you should not do that. He's very lucky to survive that. Then we have a tank on the second lane, and the AA is in trouble and it's getting taken down, but I can't do much since I'm locked on by everywhere, and you see a lot of enemies surrounding. This is probably a sniper locking me on from somewhere. I can't figure out where he is. And when you don't figure out where he is, just retreat, go behind a tree or something. You don't want javelins locking on you and getting an instant vehicle hit on you. That's just something you want to avoid. And the tank is gone, he's probably retreating, repairing. I miss another obvious shot. I think I just had a bad day. Everybody has bad days, right? So, but I get lucky because he crashes. That's something that always happens in pop servers. And the tank is back, and you see he has a gunner as well, probably one who is repairing him. And I think as I can recall the match, it actually was two guys of the same platoon, so they were kind of communicating, I guess, at least. I kind of missed some shots, which I think is weird, but you see that I am low on ammo. He hasn't hit me once. I hit him like 3 times. But if he's getting repaired and I'm not getting help by anybody of my team, it is way too difficult to take anybody out. And then there is some clusterfuck, and then there is a helicopter, and I miss another shot. I don't know how that missed. And I'm down on 28 again. And this is what can happen on Lancang Dam. Shit just gets completely, yeah, I don't know, chaos everywhere. And here's another clip where you see it's all green. That's because the dam is still intact. And here you see the AA showing its ass to me, and I go for the shot, of course, because that does 50 damage and instant takedown. And this is something I would call approaching Delta from the lane before Bravo. And here's the tank. I get quite a few good shots on him, but what he does is very smart. He goes behind this little cover, and you see those 2 lanes in the middle of the map. Tank battles there are sort of difficult for the Bravo side because you have less cover, than the The other side, at least, well, it depends. It's again kind of fair, but tank battles there is very difficult because you can get fraud by Delta infantry. Alright? And here you see another very symmetrical side of this map. So it's how this map was developed, it's very similar. So each side is very balanced. So that's all I can really tell you about Lancang Dam. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please leave a like. I enjoy all your feedback and support. Thank you very much. This is Danny Apcrow, seeing you on the next video.